Hey everybody, Stephen Evans, and today we wanted to do a short little explainer video about what's a Roth IRA. So I get all of the craziest things that people think. Like, I'll have people come up to me and think a Roth IRA is an actual investment. Like that it is like a stock or a bond, it's an investment that you invest in. Well, what the Roth really is, it's like an envelope that you put investments inside of, and those investments grow tax-free over time, and you can pull the money out tax-free. Now, this is a little bit different than a traditional IRA, which is tax-deferred. So you get a tax deduction with a traditional IRA, you put your money in it, you get a deduction, but when you pull the money out of a traditional IRA, that money is taxed at ordinary income rates. Now, the Roth, on the other hand, is tax-free. So you do not get a tax deduction when you put money inside of a Roth IRA. You pay taxes on that money, and then you put that money into the Roth. So you put it in there. You put it in your envelope. You put that money in there. And then that money grows tax-free over time. And when you pull it out, there are no taxes. That's the difference. Tax deferred, you pay taxes when you pull the money out. Tax-free is no taxes when you pull that money out. So it's a wonderful, wonderful tool for people to save for retirement with. And you can put any investment you want inside of a Roth IRA. So it's like an envelope that you fill with investments. So you put your stocks, your bonds, and all of your different stuff inside of here, and you let that grow over time. And then once you reach retirement, you pull that money out of your Roth, and it's tax-free. One of the great things about the Roth is you're able to put that money in. Even if you have a 401k and you're maxing it out, you can put money into a Roth IRA. So right now, currently, you can put $6,000 a year into a Roth IRA. And if you're over 50, you're able to put in $7,000 because there is a $1,000 catch-up for your Roth IRA. So we've got an example for you on the value of time and putting money into your Roth. You're 20 years old and you maxed out your Roth. You put that $6,000 in a year until you're 65 years old. I mean, that's a long time. 45 years of putting money into the Roth IRA. If you were to get a 10% rate, we're trying to use the S&P 500. I know it's a little high of a rate, but that's about what the S&P 500's done. You know, you may do more, you may do less. It's just, we're just using a number. It's a fixed number. It's 10%. So if you were to put that in there, you'd contribute about $270,000. But at 65, you would have $4.3 million. That's $4.3 million that you could pull out tax-free. That's pretty powerful. But what's the value of time? If you were to wait till you were 25 to start putting that $6,000 a year in at the 10% interest rate we're talking about, you'd only have $2.6 million. That 5 years knocked off $2 million. That's wild. Time is the most valuable asset there is. It is so valuable. The earlier you start, the better. And it's never too late. Remember that. It's never too late to start. So if we go to 30 and you waited, you had kids, and you started putting that $6,000 a year in until 65, you'd have about $1.6 million. And now we're not going to do every 5 years, we're going to do 10. So let's say life got in the way and you're 40 years old and you're going to start putting money into your Roth IRA at 40. At 40, your $6,000 a year is going to be worth about $590,000. And then let's say, kids, everything, I couldn't start until I was 50. If you were 50 and you put $6,000 a year away, you'd have about $190,000. So about, $400,000 less than you would if you would have started earlier. So time's the most valuable thing that exists when you're doing this. It's start early if you can. But the Roth is not an investment. It's like an envelope that you put investments inside. So it's a tax-free envelope that you put investments inside. And you can put stocks, bonds, mutual funds, all sorts of different things in there. And it's good to have a diversified portfolio. But the Roth is an incredibly powerful tool. It is something that we recommend all of our clients have. And, well, not all of them, because everybody's a little bit different. We have a lot of clients, which is a wild thing, that are going to have more money in retirement and more income in retirement. So they're going to pay more taxes in retirement than they're going to when they were working, because of just the assets and things they're going to own. So it is good to do an analysis of your tax situation over time. That's where financial planning comes in. But the Roth is, everybody's different. We got to do an analysis to figure out what the best solution is for you. But the Roth overall is a wonderful investment and vehicle. I don't want to get off on any tangents. Just remember, it's like an envelope that you put investments in. Those investments grow tax-free. And then when you're 65 or 59 and a half is the age that you can open up that money, pull it out as it's grown over time, and use it as tax-free income. I'm Stephen Evans. Please share this video if you love it. We'd love to hear you tell us any information that you have about it. Let us know what you think. Thanks. Bye.